Did you ever wonder why that team doesn't work for you, but clearly in a video you watched it work? It just doesn't make any sense. Or you hear people talk about this great champion all the time and it just doesn't work the same when it's on your roster? Well, I kind of want to break that down. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to talk about something that it's been a bit of a frustration for me for a very long time, going all the way back to kind of why I started the YouTube channel in the first place. I've mentioned this a couple of times on the channel where very early on I built a Saurus, which is a uncommon champion. I think I still have them somewhere. Yeah, still have them on my roster. So I built this champion. It's a good campaign farmer, but you need good gear to be able to get the value out of that. And I didn't understand that. So when I watched the video at the time, I put it in whatever gear I had. I didn't even understand speed boots were a thing, right? And I didn't get the performance that I wanted out of it. It was very upsetting to me and frustrating. So I wanted to make videos to kind of help players to avoid those situations and be very crystal clear about why this champion is better than that one, etc., etc. And I'm kind of going to expand upon that a little bit as well, because something happened to me today that was very similar to that. So something to consider when you're talking about comparing champions to ones that you see on other players' accounts. You always need to keep in mind all of the factors. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Today, when I was playing, I decided to do, it's Sunday at the time of recording, that's why I have my football jersey on, and I decided to go ahead and get my Hydra runs done. Now, I wanted to change my teams up because I finally built, after a recent Clan v Clan and having this weekend to play, I finally built my team with Shayak and Kro'khad, and that's reasonable damage. I'm not mad at it, but I do think I should have done better than this. I'm a little disappointed at the overall output of the team. Now, there is one glaring issue here. I don't have increased attack on the team, which is something that I hope to rectify in the future. I tried to run with a different composition and the run failed and they died. So I decided, okay, well, we're not going to go with that. So I do need to find a way to work in and increase attack. Maybe we change out Harima, but please just understand, this is a work in progress. This is not a locked in team by any stretch, but it's what I wanted to go with. I ran out of free of the battles, so I went ahead and just kept it. But let's talk about Kro'khad for a second and why he underperformed. Well, first, let's look at his build. Got a 5-star blessing, and his stats are pretty high. We've got 7,900 attack. I'm very impressed by that. That was a surprising number to me. 100 crit rate on the dot. A little slow at 208 speed, but that kind of doesn't matter with all the counterattacks and things that are coming in. And then 285 for the crit damage, which is low because I was unable to get the crit damage roll on the gauntlets. We are in lethal. I've got Erethi Coronet. There are better relics on there. But if you look at all those things, you say, oh yeah, you know, maybe, you know, I'm fully booked, right? Nature's Wrath, like, that's a pretty well-built little guy there, right? If we go to Brutal and we look at a team like this, well, he did 600,000 with this team, and that starts to raise the question. Okay, well, why did that one do so much better with a relatively similar build, but albeit probably better gear, better power, all better, right? This is a very high level account, far better than my current one, but they were able to do 1 billion damage. And the answer is just right in front of our eyes. I just don't have any mastery, right? And it's those little things. I know that it's so obvious, right? But it's those little things that make such a difference. Now, Is that the only problem? No. Vodka's gear is far, far better than my gear. I'm sure Vodka will let me know his build in the comments, and I'll probably maybe post it in the future. But yeah, that's a big part of it. Also, he has a lot more ally attacking in that team. Just a lot of really good things going on there that aren't necessarily going on for me. But those lack of blessings is a big deal. Lack of increased attack is a massive deal that I was not an oversight. I deliberately kind of was like, okay, let's try it. I threw in Estrid, who is pretty much fully set up, and just didn't get the value, the delivery that I wanted out of her. In fact, the team failed when I put her in, so I was like, well, okay, we'll keep in Androck, because essentially what Androck does is just make everything protected, essentially, because he just jacks the resistances up so high on everybody. The problem is that he doesn't bring increased attack. He brings in increased defense. I'm sure that I could probably find another way. Maybe I was thinking about possibly bringing in Padrig in some way there as well to assist that team, but that's something for another video where I kind of go over this team and try to improve it, because Harima's not really doing anything other than damage here. She is one of the heavier damage dealers on my account, even without Mikage, and I was basically substituting Shayak and Kro'khad in to a previously existing team. So there's definitely a lot of room and changes that I can appropriately make to this team to make it better. So more to come on that front. But overall, yeah, not having increased attack is a big, massive deal. So that's something that we should certainly try and work into this team and see if there isn't another combination or something that I can do to get better results. If we look at Vodka's team, you know, we've got increased attack coming from the Mikage and pairing very well with the Ninja. My Mikage is tied up with my Ninja on my Nightmare team, but that one underperformed as well, mostly because I autoed it. I did not feel like manualing it this week, so there are certainly some better things that I can do. So I gotta rotate some champions around, make some switches here and there, and see if I can't get some better results. And I'm sure Vodka is going to send me a bunch of messages at the end of this video. We're going to come up with some better teams. So, but sometimes those are the reasons, right? And it's not just that. It's not just that. There are other reasons too. So we're going to go look at my rare champions. This is a message every once in a while, because I've made a video on this team many years ago. Not years ago, sorry. I've made a video on this team many months ago about the 100% all rare Phantom Shogun Grove team that utilizes Cold Hearts, and I've learned some things. And if you've been messaging me and saying, hey, this team doesn't work, you're a liar. No, it's probably that you don't have enough blessings. So what we learned, and what I've learned working with other friends of the channel, that we've learned that if you don't have a high enough level of blessings, it will still fail because you do too much that triggers the boss. Gets too high of a count of its I forget what it's called. The boss essentially gets too high of shade. If the shade counter goes too high, then the speed tune completely falls apart, essentially. And that sucks. So really the only way to do that is just make sure that you have enough blessings. Because you might be trying to run this with little to no blessings, it is something that can cause the team to fail. This is a 100% team. You don't need a 6-star or a 5-star blessing, but you do need enough blessings on everybody to make sure that you keep that shade counter down. Otherwise, you are going to fail, the team will get blown up, and it's not going to work. The other thing that I often see with that is that this team is 100% on stage 25, but it will fail on all of the stages before it because it is speed tuned to 25, where on the other stages I have to manual it to make sure that the speed tune doesn't fall out of place until I get to 25, and then it's easy peasy. So just some things to keep in mind. But again, my account is different from yours. So this team is 100% for me, and it might not even work for you if you don't have those blessings, which is kind of the point of the video. And there even more goes into it. And I realized really quickly, guys, this is like the most obvious stuff that I'm saying, but it can be hard sometimes when you're playing this game and you're like, dude, everyone said Teox is so good. I went to use him, I put my best gear on him, and he's not doing anything. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, why is, he not doing as well? And it's because, he has no books, like your cooldowns are taking far longer. Your relic isn't there. You don't have any masteries, right? These are things like, and yeah, I'm kind of like joking a little bit here and whatnot, but these are like real issues that I get, and I do a takeover and people are like, hey, I don't understand. I have Sun Wukong and he sucks. Like, I don't get it. And I go to their account and I do a takeover and they don't have any like good gear on them. They've got no books, no masteries, not even running a relic. They've got flat attack boots. There's like, I run into this stuff all the time. And so, it's just one of those things to always understand. Your account is completely different from my account, and I make this video once every couple of months to kind of remind everybody, like, hey, they are different. And it goes so far again as to say that my account is different from Vodka's. I mean, you've got a +4 Ragash, right? A +4 Ninja. I have a +1 Magage on accident, kind of, but still, the performance that Vodka is going to get on his account versus mine, the gear level, and this version, yeah, this is version 2, so this, I want to make a whole video on this account in the near future. This is a blinged out account, like, not Vodka didn't spend it, Vodka got the account, and a lot of money was put onto it, so it was donated to him after they stopped playing, and I would love to show you guys that. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that video. But yeah, this is a far more powerful team than what I'm gonna have on my account, and that's just something that needs to be realized and understood when you're watching videos and you're figuring things out. Just understand that some accounts are just stronger than what yours is. And it goes the other way too. I have to remember too that when I'm talking to you guys, that your accounts may not be as strong as mine, and it's just something that is part of the game. Gear is a factor. Great haul, I know that great haul is completely filled out on Vodka's account. I'm never motivated enough to play right now, so it is what it is. But I kind of wanted to talk about that. I realized kind of a weird video, but the bottom line that needs to be understood is that your account is not the same as anybody else's account, and you are always going to see different results from you versus other players. And I just wanted to make sure that most of you know that, but there are some of you that are going to be like, oh yeah, you know what, that makes sense why my all rare team doesn't work for me. Probably need to get some more blessings, or probably need to change some things up that will suit my account a little bit better. So all right guys, well, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.